Oh. Good. What if we are live right now? Yeah. I'm gonna bring up the YouTube right now.
I'll look.
Oh snap!
How you doing, big man?
Crazy Asian made it first. Out of boy. Already? Good lord.
I'll look.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. I know, they're so freaking expensive. Okay. I'll follow you.
I don't have the notes, so I don't even know what question is first.
Well, okay, let's ask. What is the best gas blowback airsoft pistol?
Oh. Oh, I know.
Let's start with Rich.
Shoot him?
Yeah, I'd say I know the correct answer as well. There is only one answer for this question, and it is the AAP01.
Committing to that bit, I just threw cereal all over my kitchen.
I got him.
It was worth the joke though. But yeah, no.
What are we looking at for the best?
I'm gonna say a TM51 High Kappa, or, and a lot of people are gonna look at me and be like, huh? No, you're tripping. A TM G17, not the VFC, a TM G17.
Not even Elite Force, like the one licensed by Glock. You're going TM.
I don't believe in that. The VFC gas blowback system does not have, like, you don't get as much parts compatibility and availability as you do with TM. TM is just much more well-renowned. You get more with TM than you ever could with VFC. And that's something that I keep seeing time and time again. A lot of people sleep on the TM Glocks because, oh, they're not licensed. Who cares? It's a Glock. It looks like a Glock, so it's a Glock. You know?
I feel very strongly about this, Liam.
I do feel very strongly about this.
But unfortunately, it doesn't hold up to the performance with the Action Army AAP01.
But I'm talking. But if you upgrade it enough, if you do enough tweaking, if you work on it enough, you can get performance that will easily outdo any Action Army AAP01.
Is that right?
That is right.
I'm referencing the static barrel featured in the AAP01, giving it unmatched precision and accuracy.
Yeah, I saw him.
Recoil go burr.
So, I guess that's the fork in the road, is really what you want. If you want accurate recoil and everything, you know, the TM Glock. If you're looking for straight performance, the static barrel featured in the AAP01.
Also, I don't want to be running around with that goofy blick.
I'm not, sir. This is Speed QB. Beauty hurts, all right. I mean, if you were to go deeper into it, the body kits for the AAP01 are looking fantastic.
I will say, body kits,
right?
Kits for the AAP are unmatched. The AP benefits are
Oh,
beautiful.
whole nother level. Rich,
Alright.
do you have any more to go into when it comes to these gas pistols?
Device spawn, 1 second, 1 second. Alright. Make sure it hits.
I don't like it. It doesn't feed well.
That and
You not calling it? Hey, that's blind fire. You can't blind fire. Right here, right here, right here.
And on that note, huge shout out to Primary Airsoft. Without them, none of this would have been possible. They really gave inspiration to the first that we saw of this type. I mean, this whole branch of builds and culture in the teching community. So cool.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Hit.
This is just such a depends question.
Hit.
It's
Ah.
well, no. I am biased. Do not get me wrong. I am biased, but it depends.
What am I running? What's the
Right,
situation?
like what's it being ran in? Okay. Fusion. Absolutely.
I am going to run. Probably an F2. I like the dual solenoid. The dual solenoid. The dual solenoid design. Just
Phenomenal.
it is truly like it's a step up from the F1. I mean, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
He did this. He was like, and he didn't hit me besides.
Right.
Heard the beat. You were on
Right.
Peter's YouTube channel. What do you guys say? Yo. Do a little dance for us.
Is that true?
Do a little dance for us. No, do a little dance for us. Come on. You know you want to. Break it down. I got you. Oh, God. Got it.
F2.
Wait, so we're
And I can go in depth further, but I'll do it after you guys answer the question.
Rich, you go first.
Where's the Home Depot canisters?
I'm gonna run. I mean, listen, I'm sure there's gonna be a why would you do that? But I'm a traditionalist. I believe in classics. I'm going to do a good old Polar Star Kathera CGS setup.
Not bad at all. That is a very good answer.
I am going to.
When they order people to start shooting at.
Do you now? I would do so much to get my hands on a Kathera just to have it, just to play around with it. I really want one. So
I have a couple coming to my house right now. Shout out Dan, owner of Polar Star. Shameless plug. He's a real one.
So what I would do, I mean, just because I'd probably run the 33 gram inserts, just because you get more shots out of it than a 12 gram. I'd run a 33 gram UGS insert in the back of the stock, and then just slap on any old stock over it. Just because I think that honestly, it's just as expensive as it is to run the full setup. You're looking at close to like $800, right? Like retail price, you're looking at like $800 for that. But the appeal of running HPA without a line, to me, for someone who plays strictly Milsim, right? For someone who's always like, I've always got to clear buildings, I'm always going in and out of buildings, clearing corners. A big thing is you got to be able to switch to hand your rifles in. For someone like me, that is a huge piece of
Absolutely.
what it is for me.
It's really nice. So, of course, the first and biggest reason is because of air efficiency. The F2 being the most air efficient. The second is the tunability
Okay.
of the F2. The F2 is extremely tunable when it comes to the shot. The dwell and the eyes and everything. I've spent many a days tuning some F2s for LMGs, for Mark 18s and everything like that. That's why I was really happy whenever Liam had mentioned his stock, was because I work a lot with those. I've done a lot of work on those. But in the group I used to be in, we have 4 HPA PKMs, 1 chopped RPD, and 2 Polar Start MG42s, and those were all projects that I had to actively work on. And we spent a lot of time looking at like the N7 Redline, the Wolverine, of course, all those engines, but in the end it really just came down to the F2 offering the most. And I mean, at these Milsim games, most fields that are outdoor for Milsim, it's not much fun to run back to the airfill over and over and over and over as easily as you can in an indoor arena. So that's why I chose the F2.
That's why I like the appeal of just having CO2 in my pocket.
100%. F2 or bust, in my opinion, is what Peter said.
Scorpion OCP.
You got this, or do you want me to stay here? You got this, or you want me to stay here?
Okay, Liam. Okay. Liam, this is gonna be a staff meeting tonight, buddy. I'm kidding. So it's really hard because I like so many camos. I'm gonna say my number one overall, I love this camo with such a deep love and passion, is M81.
Yeah,
Sir?
baby.
That was, sir? Oh yeah, love my M81. Kraken is a huge fan of M81, and I love all the things it's been used for. Probably my runner-up would be probably Splinter B, because I do World War II kit, and I love Splinter B. It just goes with everything. And probably my third one, I'd have to say the Swiss. Oh, I don't know the actual name, but it's a Swiss mountain unit. It is OD green, orange, and yellow. And it looks like the autumn camo from the Call of Duty series. It is extremely clean looking. I love that camo. So it's probably my top 3s. I do. I will be playing at Gunfighter Games Siegfried Breakthrough number 3, and happens to be my third one in a row. I will be a squad leader for the Axis side, and I'm so excited for that event. I actually have my coat up here right now. It's getting tailored so that it can fit me absolutely perfect. Have all of my emblems and stuff on it. The inside is satin. It is so nice. So I am extremely excited about that. I am. Oh my goodness. We're hoping for the 3-peat this year. That's the goal. But it's always, you never know until you're there and playing. So I am very excited to that. Shout out to Gunfire Games, by the way. They do a lot of events that are kind of out of the norm, right? So they do a lot of like, not Cold War, but they do the Afghanistan and Russian wars that took place in northern Afghanistan and stuff. Because it's Texas. It's like half desert, half woods. So it's perfect for the climate and all that stuff. And so, why is everyone? What is going on? But they do a lot of events like that. A lot of events that you don't really hear about. And so, like at the Russian Afghanistan event, the militia kit for Afghanistan. I mean, the bar of expectations is at the ground. So I've seen people straight up like show up in like volleyball shorts, beat up Converse with really tall white socks. They got like AKs and SKSs and stuff. It's so cool. So cool. But
That's sick.
yeah, they got me into World War II kit and all that stuff, and now I'm going all over the place and meeting really cool people. I'm very excited for that. Do you guys have any events that y'all are looking at soon? I know. Oh, Liam has an event coming up. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Oh, ever since I started watching Airsoft videos, right? I've been watching Airsoft videos since I was like 8, probably like 7, 8. Never really got like into Airsoft until I was like 12. I have always wanted to attend a Milsim West game, right? Thing is, living in New York, there aren't really many options for things that are within like close driving range to me. Georgia, Virginia are all relatively far from me. So, courtesy of Milsim West, they launched an event in Pennsylvania that I will be attending in May, the Ballard Bulge. I will be attending that in May in Fern Glen, May 12th to 14th. Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only Milsim West lover here, and it's just really nice to have that, like, I don't know, to kind of be able to go to that childhood dream of mine.
I actually had a question on that as well, Liam. Would you say you're in the more like populated part of New York?
I am right where, so New York State has a population of 20 million people.
Yeah.
New York City alone has 8 million. So in terms of population density, yes. In terms of how dense the population is, yes. But however, I live right on the edge of Bronx County. So
Gotcha.
Like, I step out my house and walk about 2 minutes, like make a left and walk for about 2 minutes, and I'm in Westchester County. So I live in a very like thinly populated. I'm right where the trains kind of stop.
Hi, Dylan.
Hi.
I wanted to ask because if you're in like a super heavily populated part of New York, I've always wondered, like, what does Airsoft look like there? Is it your outdoor scene? Is it indoor? What are we looking at?
So New York City, the five boroughs have outlawed airsoft. Airsoft replicas, airsoft guns. There are no stores, no fields. Evic.com is not allowed to ship airsoft guns to any of the 5 boroughs.
Interesting.
Yeah, airsoft. Any sort of replica guns with the exception of Nerf guns, are not allowed. You can own them, You can own them, but it's super hard to get them into the state. You got to go out of state to buy them.
I
Or not
see.
even state, you got to go out of county to buy them. So, Long Island has Strike Force Sports, I believe.
Hmm.
And I'm going to leave it at that. They've got Strike Force Sports, and that's a CQB field that is in Long Island.
Gotcha.
And
Right
then
on.
you go up about an hour. There is Hudson Valley Airsoft. Shout out to Hudson Valley Airsoft, which is my absolute favorite CQB field, the largest CQB field on the Northeast, 136,000 square feet. Great for CQB. Like,
That is
amazing.
massive.
Yeah. I mean, friendly staff, great shop. They will hook you up. You go in there, and it's like not even expensive to play. You go around, and they run games all day. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know, they've got perfect low lighting scenarios. They've always got catchy music playing in the background. You feel like you're in it when you're in there. They have great structures. They did an amazing job setting up that field, and it is absolutely like my favorite indoor field of all time.
Seems like a really good place for a community. It has to be a really cool environment to be in.
It is truly, it is a really nice place if you don't count the cheaters. But like I said, any field gets cheaters. I think they deal with it really well, and I absolutely appreciate them. Now let me tell you about the best airsoft field. Shout out to Zulu24. Anyone watching this, I don't know, Dave, if you're watching this, shout out Anthony. Again, if you're watching this, thank you so much for helping me jumpstart my teching career. Yeah, Zulu24 is the field upstate, about an hour and a half upstate from me. Beautiful. 5 acres of just wide open field. They've got so many different locations, and they play with the full field all the time. It's great. They have an amazing pro shop there. Shout out to Zulu Outdoor they've got everything you need. And then right next to them is Anthony Aprilli, also known as Antech Airsoft, one of the greatest techs I've ever had the experience of talking with and working with. I'm not gonna butter him up too much because Matt is right here, but yeah, just wonderful stuff, really.
Right on, man. I have to think on this one. Yeah, please. So, I don't really have a favorite, so I'm gonna give a top 3 here. First of all, being the community. I have made friends all over the world that we all fly out and go visit each other and play with each other and talk over Discord every night. There's always, someone messaging me or calling me or whatever. Number 2 would definitely be the self-improvement side, because to me, like, I play Speed QB, I play in tournaments and everything, competitive team owner and all that. So seeing myself work on myself and progress as a player, like, there's very far and few times, but there's every now and then that something clicks and then you understand it and you're like,
Trying people can't get in there.
whoa, like it's like a level up type thing, or like you physically see yourself improving and it's super rewarding. It's just awesome. That's really nice. And of course the third thing is teching. I love teching. That's why all my rates are stupid cheap just because I naturally enjoy doing it. But yeah, if I had to pick a number one, probably choose the community. Probably would. Right. Yeah, 100%. And on that note, like, you really learn just how to conduct yourself and everything. Because I mean, you in the weekdays, like, you're just another dude at the gas station getting gas and whatever. And then on the weekends, you know, everybody knows your name and they know what you look like and everything, and like, you're that guy. Like, one of the something that's happening at my field right now is a lot of the paintball players are moving over to airsoft for multiple reasons, like cost and community, you know, and all that. But they'd asked me one time, you know, I think I was like getting ready for a game or whatever, and they were like, man, I don't know, Bando, do you ever call your hits? And part of me was like, why would you ask that, man? Like, of course I do. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. But the other half of me was like, oh, you know, they're probably just looking for a joke. You know, like, they're looking for me to say something funny or whatever. So instead of saying, like, you know, oh, of course I do, la, 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 and like causing something, I said I wouldn't be a better player if I didn't. And it just kind of took them all a second. They're like, oh, yeah, I guess that's true. And like, had I never been in that situation, I never would have had like that peace of mind or anything like that. And I could definitely say Airsoft has raised me, has made me into a better human being. How's that apple, Liam?
I'm telling you, this apple is absolutely busting. Shout out to Granny Smith apples. Gotta be my
Granny Smith.
gotta be my favorite apples. My favorite part of Airsoft, just like you guys, is first up community. I mean, I've had the opportunity. I go away to a 3-day day camp in Pennsylvania for Airsoft.
So jealous, dude.
There is Airsoft camp. That's a real thing. I go up there 3 days every summer, and it is an absolute blast. Being able to help out, like, little kids, you know, like 10, 11, 12-year-olds who have, like, no idea what Airsoft really is, and just being able to, like, sit with them and explain to them, hey, this is how Airsoft is, this is how it works. And just being able to help them out, you know, having cool guns to let them field in, like, the shooting range, you know, being able to give them that experience of, like, this is what Airsoft is. I remember when I started Airsoft, right? I mentioned this on the last episode, but first event I ever attended was Operation Bad Blood, and when I went there, they had a raffle. It was an EVIC sponsored event, and there was a raffle there, and they gave away a bunch of guns, and I had made this one friend, right? Probably, like, you know, this older dude. Shout out to Vance, right? If you're watching this, shout out to Vance. He gave me his old HK VP9 after he'd won like an AW Custom High Kappa.
Oh man.
He'd just won the AW Custom High Kappa, and he was like, and you know, my dad was talking with him, and he's like, yeah, no, he's never really played Airsoft before. I had a nice loadout too, you know, I had a Glock 19X, I had a really good, like, DMR platform rifle. Beautiful. But he was just like, here, man, I'm not using this anymore. You know, like, I hope you get some use out of it, you know, like, I hope this makes you happy. And that was like, something clicked for me. I was like, you know, there are good people out there. And that's kind of been my thing. I'm always giving back to the community. I'm always helping out people. That's why my tech rates are crazy cheap, because I like helping people.
Right.
You know, there's no need to overprice people for something that I love doing so much.
Completely agree. Oh yeah, that's our number one goal. We want to take it all the way. Right on. Well, we're coming up on the halfway mark, gentlemen. I'm gonna check the chat really quick, make sure I didn't see anything. No Twitch. I hear no audio on YouTube. Yeah, there's no audio whatsoever. Okay. Now I can hear it.
Half hour.
Yeah, they can literally only hear me.
Yeah, I had the wrong mic selected.
Oh man.
That's okay. It happens. not a big deal. They still got to hear you two.
They were like no Twitch question mark.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked about our favorite gas blowback pistols. The AP was mentioned, the high cap was mentioned. We've gone over some camos. We've gone over our favorite parts of airsoft. We took a brief detour, talked about some Polar Star engines. Let's go ahead and talk about our favorite or most interested replica we see coming into the market this year or very soon. I know we talked about this pre-stream a little bit. Liam had one he was super interested in. I'll go ahead and let Liam start.
Hey guys, so PTS, right? PTS, love PTS. So PTS and Zev partnered up and they released the I believe it's called like the Core Elite AEG. And that is it's not, I guess it's not like coming to the market. I believe it's like out, but it's like new. It's like relatively new, and I'm dying to get my hands on one. I mean, they seem to be built like really, really nice, and that's just something that I gotta get my hands on one of those. I gotta get my hands on one. They're nice, like burnt orange, kind of like copper finish on the barrel shroud, which is super cool. And then, they did really nice 14.5, like a 14-inch Zev handguard, and then it comes with PTS furniture already on it. For those of you who don't get that, a rifle with PTS furniture already on it. That's cool, isn't it?
I didn't even know that they put the PTS furniture on it. That's really...
It's got the PTS grip on it. It's got PTS, I believe, PTS selector. It's got a PTS... Yeah, PTS stock, PTS grip. The rail is also PTS. It comes with an EPM. Comes with the PTS EPM.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is pretty sick. So,
Dang.
definitely looking forward to have one of those. Maybe I can get it by Milsom West time. Who knows?
Who knows?
Matt, what about you? You got anything you're interested in seeing come to the market?
Matrix MG32. Oh boy. I need the tube. I need the tube machine gun. I don't need the MG42. I already have one of those. Nor does anywhere else in the World War II scene, but we need the MG32. I'm so excited that Matrix is putting out one of these. One of the forgotten guns about World War II, but oh my god, I'm so excited. So excited.
I was also looking for the VFC, the Carl Gustav 84mm.
Yes. Yes.
As a proud Swede myself, to see, but also like, it's weird because I can't really say I want to see more Swedish airsoft guns coming to the market because we're not original. There are no really like Swedish guns.
Mhm.
They're all like AK-105, HKG3s and stuff like that. Like, we literally could not be original for the life of us, and it's the stupidest thing ever. We made IKEA and decided we're done ever being cool ever again.
We're done.
We made IKEA and we made PewDiePie and nothing else. That's it. Nothing good came after that.
Guys, nothing's getting done.
But yeah, so I kind of want to, like, there's not even like Swedish camo. They don't even make like Swedish like camo. You can't even find it anywhere. It's so hard to find.
Just multicam.
Yeah, probably just Scorpion OCP. But yeah, I really want to see the 84mm coming to the Airsoft World, and I want to see some people use that at Milsim West to take out APCs.
I know I got you.
We're the only two that get that joke here.
Right over my head.
She's still over there?
Oh man.
And I'm sure Matt wants to see it too.
You know how much I love Milsim West. I completely forgot to mention I'm playing another event in next month. I'll be playing in Speed QB San Antonio. It just got announced a couple days ago. Bondo OSA will be competing in San Antonio on April 8th. I'm extremely excited for that. So if you guys want to watch the live for that,
What's the
it will
date,
be on
Matt?
the Speed QB channel.
Semi, though.
It will be April 8th.
April 8th.
Correct. So it'll be April 8th. Speed QB will be live streaming it. So if you guys want to come watch your boys play, we're gonna give it our all, try our best, hope to bring home the gold for OSA.
I talked to Matt a little bit. I can't give too much away, but I think there might be some surprises in store for that event.
Oh no.
Just a few.
So if any of
Very
you guys are in Texas right now watching, I would go ahead and try to make the stop.
Yeah, I glad you're hinting at that. I would try my best to be present at that because something cool might happen. So.
Let's go ahead and bounce down to our next topic then. We've got about
Where?
25 minutes left. Let's see where we are. All right. So yeah, I'll give my opinion, but nobody wants to hear it on this one.
I don't have to back from this.
So what is our favorite mask and why? So should I go first or last?
Got him.
Can we
It's
just
entirely up to you, Mr. Rich.
All right, I'll open this one up. I think that a lot of people are gonna agree with me, and you both will probably agree with why I think this is the best mask. So I would say currently right now to date, my favorite mask that I have or have used is a Dye i5. That's the new dyes that have the dial in the back for the tightening system. Now, I've used i3s, i4s, and i5s. And you're probably wondering, well, why? Why do you like dyes so much? If you have used one,
Oh, sorry.
obviously they
sorry,
don't
Red.
fog. I like the fact that they're pretty customizable and that you can get different colors. There's plenty of lenses to choose from. I think the only negative comment I can make about them compared to, I don't remember if it was one of the higher end Valkyns. It actually might have been a JT. The field of vision you don't realize you've lost until you try another mask is somewhat insane. So, whoever's next, feel free to chime in.
Go ahead, Liam. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm gonna say this and people are gonna be like, what are you even talking about? I like the Sky Ronin Medic helmet mask.
Okay. Why is that?
Go on.
It's just that good. What I mean by that is that you've got something that like easily goes right in with the helmet, covers your full face. I personally have seen one too many times of people getting BBs stuck in their lip, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm talking like if I'm looking for like a full face mask, right? I mean like
Right.
full in terms of
Right.
like full face mask. Yeah, the Sky Ronin is just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. They do great with the lenses. They do absolutely amazing. I mean, there's room for you to add like, you know, you can get your mic set up in there. You can have like a functioning helmet, a full setup. You can run your X-Fog in there and it works. It all works out and it looks cool too. You know, you're not sacrificing like function, like you get cosmetics and convenience
Okay, that's the spawn.
for a very high price, but you know, it's worth it.
I have a clear line to their spawn, so I'm just gonna go this way. Oh, smoke grenade.
Okay.
Oh, what the?
Matt, what you got for us?
I'm sure it is no secret my love for my JTs. I'll just grab a couple here to give some examples. So I have a laundry list why I love JT, and I think math, but that is like not even a quarter of the collection. From my parents' house, there's stuff in my closet. I have stuff in my drawers. And that's because one of my favorite parts about them is their compatibility. All of the parts on this mask can be switched out for colors on other masks. What I mean by that is, you see how there's kind of white frames around right there? That used to be black frames, but I switched it out because I thought white looked a lot better. And the style of them, that's really opinionated, so I'm going to stray away from style. The breathability, I don't know if you can see, but that is all holes. That is all holes. That is all holes. That under there is all holes. These are 100% the most breathable mask on the market. Period. There's nothing else that compares to this.
JTs are breathable. I have.
They do not fog whatsoever. There's no fogging because, I mean, they're just so well ventilated. I mean, every direction they're ventilated. And whenever you buy a JT, let me just grab one that's brand new. Okay, so here's my red clears right here. This is all see-through red. It's transparent. So inside there is a second lens that comes with every single JT. There's a bag to keep your mask in, protect it from everything. And if you want more of, a tighter strap or anything, that's all these two buckles right there. And it's good. They've been around since the 70s and the only downside I would say that comes with JTs is you have to pay attention to their condition. So this entire build is from like 92, the 90s. And so these things don't last forever. So if you're going to beat the crap out of them, throw them around and all that, yeah, they're going to fall apart if they're 20, 30 years old. But these brand new masks and stuff, they'll last you, 5-10 years before you even need to look in there and be like, would a BB go through there? So just make sure you ask yourself those questions. The last thing I'll say on the JTs is there is a massive collector's scene out there for the old stuff, for the new stuff, for certain colors, for styles. There's a huge buy-sell trade. It's like CSGO skin, but with these masks, and I have literally been addicted to them for the longest time. I'm 100% biased on this fact that JTs. I'll hop off my soap opera, but those are just a few of my recommendations.
So we've got roughly 15 minutes left, guys. We'll go ahead and open it up to any of you guys watching. If you guys have any questions, any topics you want us to talk about, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll go ahead and review them, give you guys some answers and some insight.
What's going on? My name is
Until then, though, what else do you guys want to talk about? We hit all of our topics today that we had planned.
Fight Night 5. We are brought to you tonight by Evike.
I am very curious as to I'm noticing this trend in the competitive scene. So Marky over at HK Army and Demo and all the guys had touched about this. Whenever paintball players come play airsoft, they treat it like it's paintball, right? And so they do a lot of sliding, they do a lot of aggression, and all that jazz. I'm seeing a lot of paintball come over to airsoft. Is that something y'all are seeing at your local fields?
No.
Not necessarily?
Because my local fields don't actually do paintball. Paintball does not have as big of a scene in New York as it does in other states.
Right.
There's some places where you like airsoft stores. I can't think of like airsoft stores in New York that actually like sell paintball gear. Like there might be some like up in like Buffalo, but compared to like that scene up in Buffalo versus what you get with people coming out of like New York City, you know, it's a 10-hour difference. No one's going all the way up there.
Right.
So what we kind of end up with is like, I don't know, what we end up having is like, it's really just my field. At my field, it's a whole lot of veterans, like a whole lot, but not it's a whole lot of like, but also my field is right next to West Point. The field is like a hop and a skip away from West Point. So there's also like a bunch of like off-duty military, you know, like people taking like their weekend breaks, like
Right.
Marines and stuff, just heading up over to Zulu to, you know, go catch a weekend of playing.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's nice. I will admit that more than once they've tried to recruit me for the Marines. It's an ongoing thing.
Special Operative Liam.
Yeah, no, it's an ongoing thing. I cannot have like a moment of peace at like every airsoft game I've ever attended. Somebody has tried to recruit me to join some branch of the military.
Now, Punk, you've been paying pretty close attention to.
Hey kids, so how's it going? You how old are you? Like, come on now.
You thought about a future with the U.S. military?
First, I want to start off with young.
Do you plan on going to college?
Are you going to college, young man?
So, if we were talking about this scene as if are paintballers locally transferring to airsoft, that's the question at bay here, right?
Right.
I would say here for me at least, there's still a pretty large paintball scene. I think the airsoft scene is overbearing, but it's constrained to 2 fields. So you've got one field on the north side, one field, I guess, sort of on the south side, and plenty of people go to both. They're both running well, and they're both great fields, I think. But I've played paintball somewhat recently, like 2-3 months ago, and there's still plenty of people going out there. I mean, you still have people who are doing birthday parties, right? You still have the tournament scene. You still have like the regulars that just go out to play rec ball. So I don't think it's getting smaller, but I think that the airsoft scene is growing, at least more locally where I am. But I don't think there's a lot of paintballers transferring. I've actually seen airsofters go to paintball. Why? I don't know. But I know that in your case, Matt, where you have guys coming from paintball to airsoft, I think cost efficiency is a big one. You look at a case of paint, right? And you would know this because you've played paintball. You look at a case of paint, which is 4 bags, right?
Right.
So you're filling what, a pod and a half with a bag, right? Ish, give or take, maybe 2 pods.
You get 4.5 pods with 1 bag.
Okay, all right. So we say 4 pods, right? If you are shooting at the same speed you are when you are playing Speed QB, when you are playing Speedball, you are going to go through almost all of your pods in a game.
If that. Whenever I played, I would go on with 13 pods, and I'd come off with maybe 2 or 1. Like, I was easily dropping $200 a round on paint alone.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is that's what I was going to get at, is the cost efficiency for ammo of the sport is ridiculous.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll go buy 4 bags of BBs a day and just drive through that, and I'll be good for like $50 or so.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not spending a whole lot on BBs. I mean, and that's talking. I run 8 mags on my plate carrier. I run 8 140 round mid caps, fully loaded. That's my standard load on my plate carrier. And you know, those are all like 2.5s, and it's not. You know, I come off the field usually with like 1 mag, 2 mags left.
Right.
Depending on like how big the teams are and, you know, like where I'm at. But usually I've got like, I don't know, you're not spending that much on BBs. On a bottle of BBs, you're paying like $20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
5 bags. Oh, sorry, not 5. 2 bags a day of BBs is a lot. Although, how big are the bags? If they're like 2,700.
No, they're 4,000 round.
I could see that.
Yeah, 4,000 rounds is like
Yeah,
You
so
go
I
through
buy 4
four?
bags. I buy 4 bags of 4,000 rounds, and I go through it in a day.
16,000 BBs in a single day.
Gone.
What are you running, like a 200 RPS build?
Semi-auto only. I hate using full auto.
Yeah, I'm not a full auto enjoyer either. I just
But,
want to have a fast. I just want to have a fast full auto gun.
Right, like just the
May or
same.
may not be a sneak peek at something I am absolutely working on, but
But I mean, yeah. So in the upcoming days, we'll have footage of our scrimmages and stuff, and y'all will see why I go through 4. I mean, literally the whole time I am just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like just drilling in random directions to make sure I don't catch anyone or I can shut down lanes from people running into.
So, my buddy
Must have
Dylan's sitting here watching the stream, and he just wrote down why he thinks why he thinks paintballers are coming to airsoft. Oh, sorry, vice versa. Why he thinks some airsofters are going to paintball. And I think this is a really good point. So, obviously in paintball, you don't have integrity issues. Really easy to see when you're hit. But you have younger kids seeing videos of things like people getting mag dumps, the no-hit calling, the overshooting.
Right.
It's causing a lot of turmoil, and we could do an entire talk about this next week. But I would agree with him. I think there are plenty of people leaving or getting out of the sport because it's not controlled or because a field doesn't basically eliminate the problem, remove the player. So with people trying to copy those things, it's driving people away from the sport. When obviously I think what we should all be doing is come together as a community, enjoy the sport, find the new things, like, discover new things. Like when Speed QB came out, everybody was all over it. I think it's awesome. And I wish more fields would open with I'm not saying Speed QB fields, like it doesn't have to be branded.
Right. But the option of it being there.
Yeah, just that style of play. It's something different for people to try. Like at the field I go to, we've had birthday parties come in, and they're like, I have no clue what this is, but it looks fun. Let's try it. And they have a blast.
And then they want to play the speed field all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we're talking about mag dumps, we should have had you on. We could talk about it.
If y'all are talking about Abram is one of the Bondo guys, one of the agents of Bondo. He is a Bondo stepper.
So let's I'm trying to think of a good topic to end on, because we could always come back to it next week. You guys have any ideas? Anything you want to touch on?
Can't think of anything in particular. Top secret build should be halfway done next week.
Good to
I'm
hear.
so excited to debut that. Oh my god.
Do you guys watching have anything you want us to talk about before we close up for the day?
And the fans and you guys won't know until the day of.
This Fight Night gameplay is crazy.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Holy shit!
Was this just the SYG guys?
This is a year ago. No, I don't think so.
It's pretty predictable, but at the same time, it's my teammate. He knows how I play. He knows I'm gonna be.
Hey yo, why Roos's beanie look like that?
10 years together. He always says, "Hey, I'm gonna."
Boy, he got a whole sock over his head.
That ain't happening.
430 points. Pretty dominant win there, but probably the most dominant performance of the night.
The fact that 10K is the
All right.
first time, cash is
If you guys had to
Airsoft
pick,
fan, I'm here to solidify
let's see.
that I am the grandfather, and that's mine.
What guns are we gonna see in Airsoft Fortnite?
What'd you say?
I said, what guns are we gonna be seeing in Airsoft Fortnite?
29-year-old Bruce.
Jagarm Scattergun, 100%.
15 years of airsofting experience and a
AAP01.
Dom also comes
What would be like
No.
a Scar? Like a Mark 18?
Speaking of that, though, I wish I had it saved. I would have pulled it up. Did you guys see the Fortnite Scar that a field put together?
Yeah, the Jack.
Obviously, we see Dom reaching for the pistol.
I think it was pretty sick. I think it was pretty sick.
I didn't know like Polarstar was so compatible with every other thing besides airsoft. Gel blasters, Nerf guns. I'm sure there's more.
So,
Question.
Polar Star. What'd you say?
I was gonna say like my one question, I think interesting topic. What do y'all think about the people that Nerf guns people are converting to airsoft? Y'all rocking with it?
I am on that. I am on that, dude.
I would say for sure.
I always thought that.
I'm rocking with it, but there's some people who don't really realize that there's some ways that things just aren't meant to work. Like there's this one guy, he wanted to bullpup, he wanted to make the Halo space like the something from Halo, right? Like a bullpup, and he wanted to put it in the Nerf gun. Right? He wanted to like put an AEG gearbox into a Nerf gun, but I was trying to explain to him that like there's no way that you could fit a barrel setup, your gearbox, a magazine, like it wouldn't work. And he was just like, "Oh no, I'll make it fit. And I'm like, "Dude, it is not big enough. You need something bigger. You need to have someone else do that."
Right.
I don't know.
Important of knowing, what's possible and what's.
Yeah, like he wanted his mag to be in a really weird position behind the gearbox, like behind where the gearbox would go.
I don't think it works like that.
I tried to explain that there's this thing called a hop-up unit, but he did not want to listen. Hey, I said let him go for it. I said, you know what? Let me know how it goes.
So on a similar topic, same thing Matt brought up before we were diving in, basically to like expanding the community further. We were talking about that SCAR, right? So Matt, you were like, you didn't know Polarstars were so compatible.
Right.
So the interesting thing is though, is a ton of the internals for that were 3D printed. So Polarstar does an amazing job at what they do. Like, obviously all of their stuff is
phenomenal.
It's fitting well, it's operating under high stress if needed, and holding up. But these people actually made it fit when it was not supposed to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it takes a lot of engineering to reach that. It takes a lot of thinking, a lot of math, a lot of planning.
Going for the pistol, grabbing extra magazines
awesome.
this time.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Very smart. Just ranking up these points.
I just realized I have to order. This one's for you, bud.
No, I was gonna say this game looks like
We're gonna grab this stuff whenever we hop on.
Daily life of OSA.
Constantly on the move.
We gotta run to UPS. Fastest shipping on the planet. What do we do?
Don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be posting more content, as you guys have seen, across TikTok and Instagram as well. If you guys have any questions that we didn't answer you want us to get to, you guys can throw them in the chat or join our Discord, and we'll be sure to write them down for next week.
100%.
Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
Other than that, make sure you're staying tuned this week. We have some new products coming into the website that we're very excited to announce, but we can't quite yet. God, I want to tell them so bad. But
Odin wheels are restocked.
Odin wheels are in fact restocked. They are in this beautiful color. Look at this. We have the blue guys showing off to all your friends how much of a cool cat you are. They even went so far. So pretty. You guys want to stop with all the plastic wheels shattering on you, messing up your mags, your beanies, and your gun? Fucking no further. We got you.
Alright guys, we appreciate you all tuning in. Have a good one.